Attention, all views and opinions expressed in this video and channel are for educational purposes only.
All right, Belle, looks like you're back.
I'm back again.
Are you ready to get started?
Yeah, I am.
Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, everybody. So we're back. Bella has made it back with us.
Yep.
Bella's still in school, of course.
Of course, unfortunately.
And so she's here to do another one with us. And
in this lovely blend outfit.
Oh, you got the blend look going? Look at there.
Yeah. I got the bee.
I know somebody that'll be happy of that.
Oh yeah. I got it all over there. It's all displayed. Everything.
He'll be thrilled that you did that, of course.
Yes, of
and
course.
So that's great. All right, so today I'm assuming you've got more marketing stuff for us. I mean, what's up?
I mean, that's really the only reason I'm here, unless I'm announcing something crazy, which I don't normally do.
Okay, all right. So what's up? What you got for me?
We're going to pretty much talk about how we're going to turn social media into foot traffic. I talked a little bit about this at TPE. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now, is kind of making a series out of this, is going over points and mainly going more in depth in it than I was able to at the show, because it's kind of hard to go really in depth whenever you only have like a little small time to do that. So, and everyone's staring at you and you're like, I want to talk more about this, but I feel like we should talk about other things. So we're going to talk about mainly the foot traffic aspect of it. The biggest mistake that everyone makes is they're chasing the views instead of customers. We're here to make money, not to go viral.
Money, honey.
Exactly. Now, going viral sometimes can go get money, but also
can turn into money. Yeah,
it can. Yes, but we're mainly trying to get to the customer, and we're not trying to get to Joe Average, who sits behind the keyboard as a keyboard warrior that will never get out of their building. We're trying to get to the person that's actually going to go into your shop, right? So how we're going to do that is we're going to have local brands. So you're going to be very local, right? This is your shop if you're in this area. And mainly the biggest way that you can do that is kind of having that location thing. Whenever whenever you're going to post, you can post where your location is, posting like your address, and that's right there at the bottom, and then go click it and look, that's where I can find this. It's really close by. I didn't know that was right down the street. That, and also we can have your faces, which is going to be your staff, your customers, your community. I really went really deep in that in the last video, and if you didn't see that, you should definitely go see that, because that is a very good one that we talked about. Because your staff and your customers are kind of the face of the business, and if without your customers, there would be no business. Without no staff, there would be no business, really. And so having that and being like, this is who's going to be in your store, this is who you're going to see, kind of gives them the trust aspect of this is who it is. That no, it's not someone behind a camera who is inside a studio and acts like this is where they are, right? No, it's like whenever they see you in person, they don't believe you're actually real. Sometimes they actually pick up the phone. And I think that's crazy. But yes, he does pick up the phone. I say it every time. And people still to this day don't believe that, which I still think
I have to prove
crazy.
It to them every single time that it's me.
Yeah, it's not an AI bot, which I know can sound very rude.
I think they think that everybody in Kentucky speaks the same, but I mean, even if they did, you'd know me very quickly.
Yeah, very quickly, right? And also being very consistency, so not viral one and offs. You want to be consistent on what you post. That can also be what type of content you post. Not being it could be the times when you do post, but mainly what I talk about consistencies is the type of post you do. If you're going to do a video aspect, that type of things. If you're going to do Marketing Monday like we do, try to make it every single Monday if you can. If you're making it if you have something every single day, I think one of our things we do is Kratom Sunday, right? So
it's Kratom Monday now.
Well, it used to be Kratom Sunday, but now it's Kratom Monday, which is sad that that's going to
drive sales into Sunday.
Exactly. But now it's sad because that's going away. But
let's just see what happens.
Maybe not, but it possibly will. But that's another thing is having consistency on your sales. If you do a weekend sale, That's consistency. If you are open on the weekends, you need to be consistently open on the weekends. If you're open from this time to this time, you have to be open from that time. It's because that builds trust, and that's the biggest thing. So pretty much, I like, if you're gonna a numbers person, right? You could go like 40% lifestyle content, so that's your vibe, your people, your experiences. 30% of education, so like products, how to, the benefits of it. If you're gonna do benefits, do personal benefits, not healthcare and health claims, because that's the biggest way to a lawsuit. If you say it's gonna do this thing, but it really doesn't, lawsuit. Everyone is sue crazy, because if they can think they can get a lick, they're going to. Everyone
need that money.
Exactly. I would say 20% you should do for your promotion. So that's pretty much like the biggest holiday that's literally coming up soon, but it won't be soon whenever this is posted, 420. And people have sales for that. The most common sale is I've seen them do 20% off of 4 products. You get the play on words, 4 for 20.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the biggest 420 sale I've seen, is they do 4 types of products, and it's a bundle product. We like a good bundle, and they do it for 20% off.
Yeah, probably the biggest, the best one I have seen. Any one item in the store is 42% off.
Yeah, I like that too. I've seen that, but or
any one item
is I've seen like wraps and things like that being $4.20 or something.
That's
like
when
that.
everybody that I always saw that when they did that, they always used to buy that volcano vaporizer. That's when they bought it. 42% off.
42. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't blame them. That's when, and honestly, that might be a good way if you have a slow moving product to get it out like that.
Magically, they would only have one of them in stock. Only one.
That's it. There could only be one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's usually the one that they got the buy 5, get 1 free.
Yeah.
So the 1 free was the one that they sold for 42% off.
Yeah, because at that point it was just profit.
Yeah, it was profit.
Are you looking for a fast, powerful way to help your body detox naturally? Meet Ultimate Gold Detox, the premium fortified detox drink that activates your body's own self-cleansing process in under 60 minutes. We added a vitamin B50 complex, essential minerals, and creatine to give you a stronger, more effective cleanse than many traditional products on the market. Hydrate, shake well, drink the bottle quickly, and then refill and drink again 15 minutes later. Available in 16-ounce and 20-ounce bottles with flavors like original, gushing grape, screaming strawberry, and sweet pineapple. Ultimate Gold works for most body types. The 20-ounce is recommended for people over 200 pounds. If you want a detox drink that's fast, fortified, and made to work, choose Ultimate Gold Detox, because when it comes to cleansing your body, every minute counts.
Yeah, but still though, like if you have a slow moving product, like you notice that some type of glass pipe or something like that isn't moving, easiest way to do it is a sale, right? And I always like to say, and I really preference that if you don't know what to post your slowest moving product.
Yep.
Because maybe they don't, or I said post it, not sell it, like posting content. And doing that could also bring more awareness that you have this product, because sometimes they just walk by it because they get what they normally do and that's it. And they may not know you even have it. So if it's really slow, you don't know what to do. 1, position it toward the front of the store, and 2, post it on socials if you can. Right?
Also, when they walk into the right, that's where your slow moving product should go anyway, is on the right hand side of the store.
Because that's where your eyes go to.
Well, that's where the body is conditioned because of the grocery store, how to walk.
Yeah.
And we even do that in Walmart. We just don't realize it.
Yeah. I do it too, because that's where the produce is.
That's the produce.
It's the produce. Is as soon as you walk in, it's on the right, and the cashier is on the left.
That's exactly right. Because we are trained through Walmart and the grocery store to walk counterclockwise.
Which makes sense why the subway is still in. Yeah, that's smart.
You're already
I didn't
trained.
even think about that. I didn't even think about that, because the subway is, when you walk into ours in Oxford, you walk in and then there's a subway right here. You just go right in the subway. right?
Well, think about McDonald's. Think about McDonald's.
That's true.
From the parking lot, not the drive-through, the parking lot.
It's right.
You go right to the right side, and that's where you order, and then you walk around and you leave.
You know, fun fact, in Europe, it's on the left. You know why?
That's because they're backward as fuck.
No, because of how they drive on the roads.
Backward.
Yeah, they drive on the left side, not the right.
All right, what else you got?
I didn't even think about that. I was kind of just thinking that their stuff is
see.
always on the left. But yeah, so pretty much you want to have something where it's like, if your content doesn't make someone feel like they're missing out on something by not coming in, then it's not working.
Yeah, FOMO's real. FOMO's very real.
Oh, you should really tap into FOMO, at least in my generation now, which is now the new generation that you're trying to advertise to. Fun fact. I know that makes you feel old. I know. But think about it.
I think you all are so easy to market to.
Oh, it's extremely easy to do. It's
my generation is fuck
unreal.
you. My generation, you can't market to us.
No, it's so hard to do, you guys. And that's the reason why I'm glad we're in my day and age, because it's so easy to do it. And honestly, it's going to keep getting easier the way things are going.
Here we go.
That.
Y'all great, we suck.
No, I'm just saying we're more gullible. That's what I'm saying. I will say that we have more FOMO about things, that we want to be in every aspect of everything. And they don't care what it is. Like, you know what? I got friends here that if they don't go out on a Friday night, they feel like they're losers. And they go out. And I know people that go out from Wednesday to Saturday night every day.
And they're damn near $10,000 in credit card debt.
That is very true. And we were literally just talking about that this morning.
That's ridiculous. It's your age.
And they still go out. And I don't understand that. But still.
Where do they get the money to go out? Are they dependent on some dude to buy them a drink?
A lot of times, yes. Exactly.
Literally.
But the biggest thing is FOMO. And if they don't feel like they're missing out, then why would they not come in? That's the biggest thing. They want to go to the up and coming, really high energy stores. And you could tell in this day and age, it's high energy, and that's what they want. So,
well, I mean, look at this badass store behind me, man. I mean, look at, that's high energy. It's dark like a fucking cave.
Yeah, I know. It's not what I would recommend unless you're living in a cave world.
We are.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's his area location that he's in. I don't know.
Well, it's good. It's nice and dark in here. It's easy to go to sleep standing up. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, but that's all I got. And that's where I'm going to leave y'all with. Is FOMO is a real thing. And if you don't have it and people don't want to come to your store, you're doing something wrong.
More importantly, if they can't create FOMO, that's a problem.
Exactly.
And remember, FOMO is fear of missing out.
Yes, if you don't know what that is for the older generation out there. Well, he got it.
It's my job to know, though.
Yeah, I keep you young, I guess.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for doing this. Remember, you need anything to stock your stores with, especially that Ultimate Gold. Not only are we the master distributor, we're the manufacturer as well.
Oh, wow.
And we'll be glad to get that into your store at the most inexpensive price possible. And of course, UNS Wholesale, we have a myriad of items for you to choose from.
If you can't find what you need, you don't need nothing.
Well, there's products out there I don't carry because I know it don't work or because I know it will harm your customers. And
like I said, if you can't find what you want, then maybe we should rethink that.
All right, everybody. And if you're looking for somebody to do your marketing, Belle.
That is me. You can go to ikwmediallc@gmail.com, and I would be grateful to help no matter the size. If it's a fire-breathing business and it sucks and I can help it, I can figure it out.
Maybe you can help as long as they're willing to listen and participate.
Oh, yeah. If you're willing to do it, I will work with willing people. If you are not willing, I don't work with you.
If you're a lazy ass, it's over. Believe you me. Yeah, she's a real bitch.
I won't work with you. I don't care.
All right, everybody. Thanks for everything. I appreciate it, Belle. I appreciate you doing this. I know everybody looks forward to Mondays because you're going to be on it and they don't have to just look at my face, No,
Monday.
Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for everything. I appreciate you all coming in. And Belle, Thanks for doing it, and get your ass back to class. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks for everything. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Deuces.